Hey there, it's Corah Louise. Hey there, it's Corah Louise. How many times am I going to say this? Hey there, it's Corah Louise, and today I am doing a character design challenge video. So a couple of weeks ago I put it up to the vote whether you wanted to see a Q&A video or some kind of character design challenge, and character design challenge won by far. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that today. So I was trying to think, what should I do to try and make this interesting? I'm not sure. I'm not used to videos like this yet. I've done some like speed drawing videos and a studio vlog, etc. So this is like my first time doing like a little challenge thing. But I thought it would be fun to kind of just do a character design based around things on my office. So not only would we be creating some character restricted by the items just in my office, or my office itself maybe, we'll see, but also you get to see what's around my office a bit. There's not a lot, but I'm sure we can find or make something interesting from this. That's the challenge, I suppose. We'll just see how it goes, shall we? I'm not going to clean my office now before I carry on with the rest of the video, and I haven't just pushed everything outside this frame. So yeah, let's get on with it. I've just remembered something that's in my office that's a little weird, so I think I might include that. It was left behind, I don't know, maybe by the previous owner of the office, even though I think they did like yoga or something, so I didn't really know what that's got to do with yoga. It's a weird Polaroid that someone's taken. Well, I think it's a Polaroid anyway. Or it's an image that looks like a Polaroid. So I'll show it to you. It's a bit creepy, but I'll show it to you now. So here it is, my little weird Polaroid imagey handprint on a dirty windscreen. I don't know why this was here, but I felt weird taking it down, so I just left it here, and I completely forgot about it until just. So this is number one inspiration. So another thing that's quite prominent in my office that I would like to focus on, because I love drawing plants as well, is plants. Go to it. I've got 3 plants in my office that don't get watered enough, but they're still surviving, so I take that as a big thumbs up. So far I've got creepy hand print thing on my wall, Polaroid, and my sweet little plants that are very dry. I want to take influence from the colours in my room. So I've got the greens from the plants. My Cricut machine is like a nice minty colour, so I think I want to include that somewhere. I've got a lot of warm colours in like my desks and my bookcase and stuff, so maybe like that mixture of the cools from the plants and stuff and some maybe orangey reddies. So yeah, think about that. I've also got some other things that I've got in my office. I've got these cute little confetti bits that are, I think, white and gold, that maybe I could include somehow, or maybe I could use the colours. But I use these when I'm taking photographs for my Etsy store, just to make the picture look a little prettier. I did buy them originally to put in the packages when I sent off prints, stickers, whatever, on my store, but I started to worry that they were gonna like get onto the print, like the colours like transfer onto the print. Maybe I'm just being too careful, but it looks a bit messy as well when I included them. I prefer how I do it now. But yeah, I use these to take photos anyway. Maybe this would be quite cute to use somehow. I've got a lot of little ghouly things about, like my little boot stickers and my bookmarks that are on Etsy if you want to purchase them. But anyway, maybe that's cheating a bit because that's already my art, but I have a lot of little ghosty things about, which fits in with the Polaroid hand creepy things, so maybe that's cheating. I've also got my bookcase, which has got some, I've just noticed something that would be very interesting to use. I know I've already got plants on my list, But this is a really nice book to get some inspiration from. So maybe I see it as kind of like, it looks like a spell book. So maybe that'd be quite an interesting way to use it. Maybe the plant's being used for spells or something like that. That might be quite an interesting look on it. Maybe it's some kind of witch that we can do as a character. I've had this one for ages, since I was in high school, and I was obsessed with Japanese fashion. And this is a really nice book to get some character design inspiration from. Maybe we can find a picture of someone in here. That would be quite interesting. I also like the patterns in this plant pot, so maybe I could incorporate this somehow into it. Might be quite interesting. Maybe like a tattoo. Let's see. So what have I got? I've got the creepy hand photo. I've got the plants, the confetti. I'm not sure I'm going to use that. I've got the plant pot patterns and the Tokyo Look book, and also the plant book, which reminds me a bit of like a witch's spell book that someone would have. So I'm really into the idea of that. What else did I mention? Maybe like the colours around her, like from the cricket and the desks, and like the cools and warms colours. Yeah, I think that's about it. With all that in mind, let's get on to trying to design our little character. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, feel free to play along with this challenge, take all these different prompts and see what character you come up with. Maybe pause the video, do a quick sketch, or see what I've done and then be inspired by that maybe, or influenced by that. It's up to you, but I'd love to see what you do come up with if you do this challenge. So maybe we should make a little hashtag so I can see everything. Let's do hashtag Corah Louise office challenge. Okay. Yeah, Corah Louise office challenge. I'm hoping I will edit it into here somewhere later. Thank you, editing Corah. So if you do get involved, I'd love to see what you make. So hashtag Corah Louise office challenge, and also tag me in it so I can see it that way as well. I would love to see what you come up with, and let's get on with seeing what I can come up with. Okay, let's go. So I decided to use an image that I'd seen from my Tokyo Look book as an inspiration for the character in the pose. I think because she had the stripy tights on, which is like what witches wear, and I already had a witch character in mind, I was already drawn to the piece, and also just what she was wearing. She had these fabulous like massive pink glasses on, which I knew I definitely wanted to use in the image. So I changed my background from white to something a little darker, just because I don't like to work on a bright white background, and quickly wrote down the prompts that I had to put at the top of my screen, just as a little reminder as what I needed to include in this piece. I also wanted to choose this image of the girl on the bike because this is already a challenge video, and I was restricting what inspiration I could use just by what I'm using in my office, and I thought it'd be just a bit of a further challenge to push myself out of my comfort zone, because I don't remember at all the last time that I've drawn a bike. I don't remember ever drawing a bike. So I knew that would push me to do something that I'm slightly uncomfortable with, and it's something that I've got to learn. I decided to give her a really relaxed pose on the bike, just leaning on the handlebars. Her legs don't even really look like they're moving that much, to imply that she's using some kind of magic or spell to be pushing her on that bike. The main inspiration that I used from the image in the book was obviously the bike. The tights, I actually didn't end up using the stripy tights in the end, just because the lines of the tights clashed with the lines of the bike, because I made the lines of the bike solid black and also the lines of the tights, some of them are solid black, so it was too much and clashed quite a bit, so I changed that to another pattern later. But I wanted to keep the top and the short skirt and also the short hair. I really liked that, and obviously the fabulous big pink glasses that I just loved that she was wearing, I kept them as well. An effect that I really like to use in my work now is mixing fine detailed line work, like you can see in the face and the hat, arms, etc., with solid black shapes, or different colours but like a solid coloured shape. So in this, I've got that in the hair, I've used it on the back, and I've also used it on the top, as you will see. And it's an effect that I just really enjoy to use in my work. I've also used it in the cat later on, as I'm about to do. So it just creates a contrast that I really enjoy. I should probably talk a little about where the prompts are in my image. So obviously the plant book, which reminded me of a spell book, influenced the witch character that I ended up using. I kind of thought, because I wrote ghosts down even though I wasn't sure if I was going to use that or not, because it was kind of like, oh, it's one of my art, it's not like an object in my room, etc. So, but I thought that kind of combined with the witch thing, and also the cat on her back is meant to be quite ghostly, as if it's a ghost cat, so that's why it's a solid black. And I had it kind of see-through at the beginning, but I do change it to a dark black at the end, because it just, as you can see, it's blending in a little with the hat and the skirt, so I do change that to a solid black, but I do see that as a ghost cat. I also used the plants prompt in the baskets that I've put either side of her bike, so I wanted them to be overflowing with different plants and greenery to the extent where they're wrapping around her bike and herself in some kind of magical ways if they're alive. The hand creepy image that I've got on my wall ended up being much more difficult, even though I felt most inspired by that at the beginning because it was the weirdest object. I ended up just using it as a pattern, which I really like how it's been used, but I was a bit disappointed in how I used it. I don't know, I really like it as a pattern, but I just wish I could have created something more focused on that image, so maybe we'll do that in the future. The confetti, you will see, comes right at the end, and I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about it until I checked my prompts again. So yeah, wait till the end to see the confetti. It's something that I would never have thought of adding, and it really finishes the piece off for me in the end, so I'm really happy with that. The plant pot pattern that's wrapped around my bonsai tree, tried to say that 3 times, plant pot pattern. Anyway, I had forgotten about till near the end as well, but I'd already said earlier in the video when I was looking at it that it would look nice as a design for a tattoo. I had kind of thought about using it as a spell because it looks like symbols that a witch might use, but I do end up using it as a tattoo, as you can see now, and it came out really well because I struggle with what designs to use usually when I'm giving characters tattoos, and I already had the design, and like I said, it looks like symbols a bit, so as a half sleeve and a bit on her neck, it looks really nice, and I'm happy with that because I think it really suits her. So yeah, I just added in the finishing details, the little stitches on her clothes, some of the textures and the leaves on the plants, and some black marks around the wheels just to make them look like they're moving, and obviously the confetti, which I'm just so happy with. But yeah, that's my witch girl, and I'll see you back in a second, and stick around if you want to see what it looks like as a print. So there it is, challenge completed. I'm really happy with the results. Here's my little witch girl on her bike, influenced by the things in my office, kind of. No, I'm really happy with it. So I will be putting it on my Etsy store, so I'll leave the link below for that. If you want to purchase that, I'll be doing it in 3 sizes as usual, the A4, A5 and A6. Yeah, so that's it. I really hope you do your own, and like I said before, use the hashtag Corah Louise Office Challenge. I think that was it. I'll have to double check. Yeah, Corah Louise Office Challenge on Instagram, and just do your own rendition using these prompts. I'd be really interested to see what you do. And I'll share some of my work on my stories as well. So thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in finding me anywhere else, I'll link below my Instagram, my website, and also my Patreon, which I've just opened. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next week. Bye!